Alright, y'all, we're gonna get started. As you can see, the setup is immaculate now, man. The setup is immaculate. We got a lot going on. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to incorporate something else. Oh, you can't even see me over there. Alright, let me get over here. That way y'all can see me on this one. Y'all definitely gonna see me on this one. But I just wanna make sure that y'all gonna be hearing me. Right? See what I'm doing today. One time for your mind. Right? One time for your mind. Watch. Let's see. Let's catch the vibes. If this vibe is actually gonna work. You know, I wanna see if this vibe is working today. We're gonna find out right now. We're definitely gonna find out right now. So I'm gonna enter in over here. We're gonna find out right now. So I got my pen. I might have to run out there and get a pencil. I think I left my pen in my other shorts. Yeah, I think I left the pen in the other shorts, y'all. So they're gonna have to bear with me. I might have to run out and get a pencil. But we are here, giving y'all that new look sauce. So come on in. We're gonna do a quick. I just want to see something over here. Y'all gotta let me know. The ones that's gonna be on the stream, y'all gotta let me know. The YouTube, the guys on the YouTube, y'all ain't gonna really be able to hear it. But the ones that's on the stream, let me know. Yes, top of the morning. This is the Source Experience, the news by Shanewz. So, as you can see, we are here at the office. That's what I'm gonna start calling. This is the office, right? I know y'all used to seeing me record all over in the car and different places, but when I come here, and anytime y'all see that board in the back, know I'm in the office, man. This is my office, right? So we're gonna discuss a couple topics that went on this week. But I wanna hear something over on the StreamYard. I just wanna say something. I really wanna see how far the doing, how far I really have come with it. All right, that's that one. Here we go, right here. Man, it is not letting me go over there, man. Unfortunately, I'm trying to tap into this one, man. But for whatever reasons, it's not letting me. But maybe if I go over here, because I want to make sure that something is working. Because I don't want to be using it, right? And it not be working. I don't want to be using it, right? And it not be working. I don't want to be using it, right? And it not. No, I don't think so. But nonetheless, we are live and direct in the flesh. So we're gonna do a quick a recap while we here at the desk, right? So damn, maybe I should run out and go get a pencil. Give me a second. Let me run out and get a pencil, man. I'm gonna grab a pencil. I'm gonna come back, you know. Let me go grab a pencil. Man, I slammed the door, right? Alright, so what we gonna do? Y'all see me good over there? For those of y'all that's gonna be over here, y'all gonna get the full effect on StreamYard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recap what took place this week on the internet. You know, on the internet, right? So a lot went down this week following the Boots Ennis fight, right? You had Timothy Bradley come out and make some rather Timothy Bradley statements, I'm just gonna say. That's what he does now. I think he's learning the game. He learns that if he be on his Teddy Atlas. You know, Teddy Atlas, this is another guy that does a lot of this, right? But he made some rather bold statements about Jerron. I was gonna call him Jared. Jared Anderson is fighting too in a couple weeks, but rather about Jerron Ennis, and he stated the fact that Jerron Ennis, that Terrence Crawford needs to fight him. Terrence needs to fight him, and if he doesn't fight him, something along the lines of his legacy, which to me, I don't know. You know, it served its purpose because it has the internet talking. But when you look at the statement, right? Okay, they have one common opponent in David Avanesian. Other than that, what does a fight with Boots Ennis? Because I'm just addressing what Terrence. I mean, what Tim said. If he does fight him or if he doesn't, just say he doesn't, right? How does that him not fighting Boots? defines his legacy. Because, right, arguably, when you look at Terrence's body of work, let's go here. I got time. That's why I said those of y'all that's over here, y'all gonna miss out on this source because y'all in the wrong spot. You need to come over to the StreamYard because I'm gonna be pulling up different things on StreamYard. That if you're not on StreamYard, it's gonna sound like I'm just talking. But if you're on StreamYard, you're gonna be able to see the things that I'm breaking down. Alright? Boom, 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 boom. Alright. And I like the fact that I got this new gaming. Well, it's not new. I had it for a while now. I'm using it more now, right? But I got this gaming PC, whereas the old PC it was a lot of freezing and just it was a lot of goofy shit going on when I used to be in here recording. But it's not the case no more, right? All right, so here is Terrence's box rec, 40-0, 31 KOs. He has this fight coming up for 2 belts in this would be his 4th division, right? I think so. 4th one, yeah, 4th division, right? But if you look at some of the names on his resume now, because we gotta. This is what we want to talk about. Earl Spence Jr., who, before Terrence beat him up, was considered the man, right? So that should be a great name. He was a 3-belt holder, right? 3-belt holder. Terrence mopped the floor with him. This is the common guy with the guy who Timothy said if he doesn't fight as his legacy, but this is the only guy that they have fought. Sean Porter was a 2-time champion. Remember, he was the WBC champion and also the IBF champion. Terrence has defeated him. Cal Brook, former champion, IBF champion. Terrence has defeated him. Amir Khan, former champion as well. I'm just highlighting champions for right now. Jeff Horn, former champion, a guy who he beat to become the WBO champion. Julius Ndongo, former world champion, a guy that he beat to become undisputed at 140. Okay. I think that might be enough, but here's another one. Victor Postel, another champion. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's enough. I don't need to go too in depth because this is the week recap. I don't want to stay too much on this. But that is 7 champions, right? Former champions. And he's set to face another champion now. So we could add 8 former and current champions that Terrence is set to face. All right? But yet, the Hall of Famer, broadcaster and former fighter, Timothy Bradley, stated that if he doesn't fight Jaron Ennis, who recently just defended his IBF belt for the first time, it will mess up his legacy. I strongly disagree with this, and the reason why I just showed, and I'm going to break that down, but I just want to show before I break it down. If Terrence Crawford did not fight Boots Ennis, it does nothing for his legacy, nor does it define it or take away from it. Like I said, 7 past champions, 8 current. Well, 8 champions, 1 current because he's fighting August 3rd. Whereas Jerron Ennis would be the ninth, or with Jerron Ennis, and I'm not gonna pull up his resume because there's no need to. But Timothy Bradley said that if he doesn't fight him, and like I said, shout out to the Ennis family, Bozy, the two brothers, is Jerron Ennis a legacy fight? No, by no means, right? Jerron Ennis, to me, when I say this respectfully, is still rather unproven, right? Jerron Ennis, and shout out to my guy, Christopher White. We talked about this earlier in the week. Jerron Ennis has a lot of fighters. Appreciate you, Toby, in the building, the UK. Team Tucker, ambassador from across the pond. But Jerron Ennis has a lot of guys that he needs to fight. Brian Norman Jr. And there's whispers that Brian Norman Jr. and Teofimo will be fighting for his WBO belt once he is upgraded. But you have Brian Norman Jr., you have Mario Barrios, you have Stanionis, you have all these guys at the welterweight division who Jerron Ennis can fight. But yet Timothy Bradley just made that outlandish statement as into legacy from a fighter who, like I said, respectfully is unproven. But when I look at Bud's resume, once again, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. I'm just painting a picture this morning. 1 current champion, a former 3-belt champion, a former 2-time champion, a former champion, a former champion, a former champion, another former champion, another former champion. So when I see this, I'm like, legacy. And like I said, I'm not even gonna pull up Boots Ennis's box rec, because I don't think he's for the champion. Maybe Thomas Delorme. Was Delorme ever a champion? He fought Thomas Delorme, right? Did Boots fight Thomas Delorme? And he also fought the other guy that was a champion, I believe. The guy we beat up as well, Sergey Lipinets. Those are the only 2. But they, like, what type of quality champions are they when I just read off of the names of Terrence? And I didn't even go down to Yuriorkis Gamboa. He has over 10, 12 guys that were current or former champions on his ledger. So when we talk about legacy, I know, as media or programmers, because that's what Timothy Bradley is now. I'm respectful. You're a programmer, and you're showing that by the statement that you made this week. But what is the real agenda behind that statement? What is the real statement? Like, what are you trying to say? Because, shout out to WCS. I see you in the building. You did a wonderful job on this as well yesterday. But I just wanted to come and show my wonderful side on this. Because, that's why I got my educated frames on, too. You're talking about legacy with a guy who is 2-time undisputed, facing a guy who, just defeated a guy, defending his belt 1 time. See, and Tim, You're an educated guy. I'm not gonna even disrespect you how I disrespect many of these internet jealous fan types because as I stated earlier, you are a award-winning broadcaster, one. You are a Hall of Famer fighter, two, right? So I'm not gonna disrespect you like that, even though I know I could fight. Yo, listen, man, it's no secret now, right? If you guys really fuck with me and watch the content that I've been putting out and check the shit that I do in the gym and check the fighters that respect me and respect my opinion, you should know when it comes to speaking on boxing, if you don't hear a boss talk, that's your loss, right? But I just don't get where you're coming from as far as the legacy part. But I do get where you're coming from because, like I said, it stirred up controversy. And we live in a day and time now on the media side of things where trolling or saying just gibberish type of shit gets you in the algorithm and gets people to talking. But I think that's what that was more so about because, and I'm gonna say this respectfully because I know that type of energy, right? You were the guy who pretty much discovered Terrence Crawford, right? Terrence Crawford used to whoop your ass. You said this. I'm not just coming on here saying this. When rest in peace to the late great Cameron Duncan, you told Cameron Duncan to sign him, and if Cameron Duncan wasn't gonna do nothing with him, that you would have took over. But Bud turned out to be Bud, right? But you knew this. So for you to say this, I just think that, it's a hidden agenda. It's just, you're trying to make the transition over to be um, the controversial commentator now. But hey, what do I know? But let's move on to some other topics. Um, let's move on to some other topics now. I just want to touch on that. I'm just basically trying to show my range now as a broadcaster because, I can broadcast too. I don't have to be sitting in front of my porch, right? I can do that. That's why I showed you. I did that. But then I went home, I showered, I went and worked out. But I did that. But instead of me sitting in front of my porch with my equipment, I'd rather sit in my car in my driveway with my dogs and show them. But now I'll show a different side. Hopefully y'all caught that, right? And by the way, I don't make 100,000 a month yet on YouTube, which is $1.2 million. And if I did make that, I think I might have invested into this whole building here and have ownership instead of renting a space. Just little things, to keep in mind, right? When you say you're making certain type of revenues in dollars. But, all right, let's go on to some other topics that rang out this week. All right. This one by far was my favorite. Let me close out of this. All right. Let me close out of that. Let me go over here to Twitter, right? Hopefully you guys are hearing me crystal clear, right? Are you? Are you hearing me crystal clear? Please share the stream as well. But this right here, Shakur Stevenson, by far, and I'll go back to Shakur Stevenson, by far for me was, man, look at Clarissa, god damn. Okay, heavyweight is looking good on you, mama. Heavyweight is looking good on you. It's countdown, 8 days from the fight. Yes, we see you are trying to make history. Why don't I give that a repost? Well, I will quote it. History. In the making. let's see what kind of hashtags are popping on on Twitter right now. I'll do my own. Motion. Clarissa got the motion right now, man. All right. But Shakur Stevenson, by far, has had the internet on fire. Um, his week with Cam and Mace and then adding Jay Prince into the mix. We're gonna get to all of that. The announcement of the purse bid, and I think it's going sometime next month, August, right? With the Williams Cepeda. He had the back and forth with Shoo as well. A little bit of Ryan Garcia. Um, he had a lot going on. Then he had the little clash with Steven Jackson. And I say that to say this. I remember a particular person, right, who was talking about Shakur and marketing. And now you don't even want to talk about him, right? Because look, Shakur's in motion. I told you this after his fight week that this was the plan. Shakur is in heavy motion, whether you like it or not. See, a lot of you guys don't like it because you're an internet jealous fan. You gotta call a spade a spade. A lot of you guys are internet jealous fans that just sit around on the internet with no growth. And when you have no growth on the internet, a lot of times it means you have no growth in life. And not only has Shakur grown in life, right? And I'm not on here defending him or speaking up for his defense, but when you come from where he has came from, right? Poverty. And I say that with the utmost respect. Poverty. He came from poverty, Newark. He has 9 brothers and sisters. But now, not only is he a multi-million-dollar fighter, which is a fair assessment, right? Because when you are offered $3 million guaranteed a fight, that makes you a multi-million-dollar fighter. So he came from what I just described: poverty, single parent home, right? Oldest sibling to a single mother to where he's at now. He has this deal right here. Shout out to this company, Reebok, endorsement deal. Like I said, multi-million-dollar fighter, silver medalist, Olympian. So success is something that he has achieved at a young age. Now he is crossing over, whether you want to admit it or not. He's crossing over. When you are in a social media beef with legendary hip hoppers, you have NBA champions and Steven Jackson going at you. You have legends, GOAT status, critiquing you, speaking on you, right? Roy Jones. Then you have your peers getting at you, and guys like Bruce Carrington and many others. So I say Shakur Stevenson not only has killed that narrative of not being marketed, but now he's, like I said, in high demand. Everybody's talking about him, especially this week. So kudos to you, Shakur. Kudos to you and your team. Uncle Jay, right? That is your manager. Jay Prince Boxing. And let's just see what these future weeks hold for you. Let me get to some of my comments over here. Shout out to WCS. He says, great point. He did admit the prior whooping from Bud. Yeah, Tim is Tim, man. We know that stuff. He said there's levels to this YouTube game shot. The 7-Eleven agent. But you do have options. Yes, I do. Some of my options, I'm a young aspiring manager. I'm a young inspiring manager with, a resume and references in that field now. I do. I had those from dating back to right here. Man, right? That was about 5 years ago. But now I am really ready to make the full transition over, you know. But I was, doing my thing then. If you don't hear boss talk, that's your loss, right? Jihad is a young boss now. He told y'all that. And shout out to Cousin Nas. I love those bars, cuz if you don't hear a boss talk, that's your loss. Right? Shout out to Jihad. August 17th, he makes his international debut. 14th fight. Um, Canada though, man. That's a whole nother market. A whole nother demographic for him. And salute to him. Wonderful, wonderful job that he is doing. Wonderful, successful young man that he is becoming. A leader of the next generation. But thank you, Tobe. I'm trying to get out of 7-Eleven, man. I think I have another opening coming up, and it's going to lead me away from 7-Eleven. And maybe this setup that I'm doing here um, shows a little bit of that. Hopefully it does, right? Is the mic too loud? How's the mic sounding? I know it sounds rather loud in my ear. He said it's a shame for Clarissa that division or I don't know where she's to. She got to think outside the box to show off her skills, but she could have done with a rival too. She had um, they had rivals for her. Remember, Hannah Gabriel dropped her, but then Hannah Gabriel popped dirty. She never wanted to fight Hannah Gabriel again. She also had Raquel Miller. Shout out to Miss Pretty Beast and her lovely sister, Lady T. But Clarissa's just Clarissa, man. She's just her. He said all these guys must have watched Shakur too. Get bored. Yeah, man. Shakur's he's hot right now. He was a hot topic this week, man. He's a hot topic. Thank you. He said the beautiful shot of Mike. Yeah, well, we trying, Toe. We're trying. We're trying. But Shakur had Twitter, everything on fire this week. Everything on fire, man. He said that's what Mr. 10% does. Yes. Yes, I do. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. Every September 20th, you have to renew your boxer manager license. September 20th of that year. It's a tricky game, man. But like I said, I have references. I think that's one of the biggest references right there that I just played. And that was many years ago. And then, I do have other professional boxing manager friends that I have worked with side by side and done things. But, when you come on the internet a lot of times and like I emphasize this, and when content creating and you're dealing with jealous fans who really don't know the game, they tend to overlook certain things. But, if you don't hear a boss talk, that's your loss, right? But let's move on. Let's go to Twitter. Um, Another thing, since we're on Twitter, right? Did the PBC officially announce that fight? You know? Here, Shakur look 11 hours ago. He's mad because he found out I'm not signing with him. So we know Golden Boy is off the table, y'all. Golden Boy is off the table, right? This was from yesterday. I was gonna look. Shakur's hot for all the reason, but we definitely know he's not going with Golden Boy. Oscar's crazy. That was good though. That was rather entertaining, right? So I don't think they're buying out all of the promoters. They might be buying out the PBC, and I do think that the PBC is rather desperate at right now, right? Because they saying um, that August, right? But listen, if they're gonna have a card, right? Right? Let's stay on code here, right? Top Rank has a card August 17th. Jihad Tucker's fighting on it, as well as Abdullah Mason. There's flyers out all over. With PBC, the internet rumor is that they're supposed to be having a card with Caleb Plant headlining. Where's the flyers at, man? Where's the announcement? Has it really come to that with them? That's how they're doing business over there now, man. They are literally, um, they're literally not like that. Would you say that is terrible, terrible business practice, right? If you if you are going to have a fight supposedly in August, and we are here, what is this, September? I mean, not September. This is July 19th, right? That's because tomorrow's the 20th. So you're going to have a fight in August, which is a couple weeks away, but like I said, you see the flyers for Buzz fight. You see the flyers for who else's fight? Jihad and Abdullah Mason and all the other fight dates in August. Where's the PBCs at, man? And then you can't listen. This is the whole thing too, right? I know a lot of people come on the internet and they talk boxing, but they don't talk facts. They talk from a perspective of no motion. They talk from a perspective of being programmed, right? The PBC not only has flopped, they're failing, right? This is the 7th month of the year. They only had 3 events. They're talking about putting on a 4th event within a month, but no flyers are up, no official announcement. But yet, you will still have content creators who have no motion, who are jealous fans, right? Because listen, at the end of the day, if you come on the internet and you talk boxing, right, as a fan, anybody can do what they want to do as a fan. But if you are the fan that falls underneath these categories, look, and I have this written down, I'm gonna write them down even more. You fall underneath these categories as somebody that talks boxing on the internet, right? Check the vibes out. This is the jealous fans category. You talk boxing on the internet, right? But you do not attend events, right? Number one. But you are a die-hard, dedicated boxing fan, but you do not attend events, right? Then listen to the mix. Look, I got ingredients in the sauce. You love to debate boxing and business of boxing with no actual experience in neither the business or going to events. You're a jealous fan. Now, YouTube boxing is filled with those. I know y'all thought I was going to say, oh, why are you saying they're jealous because they don't support you? No, you're a jealous fan because how are you a fan of something that you do not attend and you do not support? Supporting it by watching it and talking it is gossip, to be honest. If you're not going to events, shows, right? Because please, I don't want to hear, oh, I buy pay-per-views. No, you don't. The pay-per-view model has failed. People not buying pay-per-views, man. Oh, what you want to say? Oh, I subscribe to DAZN. Everybody does. I subscribe to, what's the other one? You subscribe to DAZN. I have the ESPN apps. Okay. But these two things, DAZN and ESPN, they just don't offer boxing. So people that actually go to boxing fight cards support boxing. People that talk about it. That's not supporting, that's just talking about it, man. How many guys, right? Listen, in New York alone, right? We have had countless shows, rather big or small. I know a handful of content creators that sit online that are local guys that haven't been to one show. They always have an excuse whenever a show pops up, right? Look, just think about it. Since January, we had Top Rank had a card February, Oshaki Foster, right? Then about a month and a half later, the Barclays Center, April 20th on my birthday, was another major card in Brooklyn. Then they just had Xander Zion and them in June, right? That's three of the, bigger platform promoters that put on shows. A lot of guys that sit around talk boxing in the tri-state area did not pull up. But yet they support boxing and talk boxing. You do not. You fall underneath this category as a jealous fan. And until you show otherwise, you do not lose that jacket. And then, to be honest, I don't think you will ever lose that jacket because human nature shows that people are creatures of habits. If every time a fight comes around and you have an excuse as to why you didn't do this or why you didn't do that, when it comes around again, you're probably going to have that same excuse. The News by Shanewz. This is the Sauce Experience, professional sauce business, man. We have 40-something minutes and I'm going to stay on for an hour. I was going to try to do two, but I think I'm giving you enough substance already, And I just think, to be honest with you, just coming here and delivering it like this, puts a lot of you guys and a lot of the naysayers, the detractors, the non-supporters to bed because they not like us. Kendrick Lamar's voice. They not like us. But I want to get to another topic before the hour mark closes out in regards to boxing. I was hoping it was still on my timeline, but it's not. Look, I'm scrolling. Damn. Here it is. This is right here. Okay. So, Shakur Stevenson, whose video is this? I want to give them credit. Shakur Stevenson, like I said, he's been trending. But this is a good one right here. This is Coach Kenny. Now, a lot of you guys seen that statement right there, right? And y'all literally ran with it. But did you see what Shakur says on Twitter? Don't take me serious, I'll just be playing around. Now, I'm saying this on my side. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when he does it, right? A lot of you guys, a lot of the stuff that Shakur has been doing, you guys want to crucify him for. You guys want to crucify him for these things, right? But like I said, Ryan Garcia, you still have content creators still bringing up a lot of the antics and things that he was doing, right? Who, by the way, now is not even relevant. He's not even relevant right now, man. But yet, when he does antics like this, right? It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when Shakur does. But I think Shakur is mastering the game right now. That was Fanon and Coach Ellis and Shakur. Fanon still has his internet motion. You see, notice I said internet motion. Because as far as boxing motion, I don't think Fanon has it anymore. And in a second, his internet motion might dry up because if you pay attention to the internet, they always put different plants in. This is the internet. They love to find guys that are willing to do whatever to be anything on the internet. And a lot of times, you can get these guys a dime a dozen, and they have plenty of them waiting around. That's why, like, the people that I do talk to, that I consult, that want to get involved with media, but they don't do nothing media, I tell them, in order to, stay relevant in the game, really in the game, be active. The internet is smoke and mirrors. If you have enough money, see, a lot of you guys want to be in the media game with no resources. That's why you can't compete, because you're competing against a lot of people that not only have resources, they're willing to put their resources into the illusion, right? And the only way to destroy the illusion is to really be active. And now a lot of you guys aren't active. You're lazy. You're lazy, to be honest with you. You're lazy. You don't do anything. You think you could just come on the internet. And the thing is, too, with this, look, I'm giving you free consulting right now. When you're lazy and then you network and connect with other lazy motherfuckers, you're not growing. You can have 10 lazy motherfuckers on one panel, and that's no motion. Because like I just stated earlier, jealous fans. If you have 10 people on a panel And out of those 10, only one went to a fight. That panel is disgusting to say the least. It's a turnoff. It's a bunch of niggas and bitches with no actual experience speaking on stuff that they claim to be fans of, claim to support. But like I just said, one fight out of 10 individuals discussing something that they're supposed to be a fan of. Like, I've been to more fights, to be honest, this year outside of my state, right? No, I'm lying. It's 2-2. 2-2. Let me refresh that. Because I did Oshaki and Jihad both fought in New York. So that's 2-2. That's 2-2. So it's even. It's even Steven. But some of you guys don't even go to fights in your own backyard. Right? It's obvious. Earl Spence, and look, I don't fuck with Earl Spence, but I'm gonna highlight Earl Spence's fighter just fought not last week, 2 weeks ago, on July 6th at DeSoto, Texas High School. How many of these local Dallas, Texas area content creators covered the fight card, went to the fight card, supported the fight card? None. You didn't even see no content on it. None. But I bet you if this was last year around this time, before the Terrence Crawford massacre, not only would these, leeches, scammers, frauds, fake jealous fans have been there, they would have been there trying to cover Earl Spence. But look at this. Earl Spence was there with no coverage. Yeah? Shout out to Tobe. Tobe says, channels have got to constantly evolve or they become stale and boring with the same old stuff. That's a fact. Especially if you're only an internet channel, bro. And look, Tobe, that's what happened to a lot of these guys. See, a lot of these guys, and it's showing right now in their content, in their delivery, right? It's too many to name, right? Guys that want the internet route, right? And I'm gonna use Showbiz, right? Because Showbiz, he has the resources, he has the gimmick, right? He's killing it, right? But look what Showbiz did. Showbiz made Blue try to run with his style, with the faces and the animation, and look where it got Blue at right now. And by all means, share this content. Let Blue know I'm killing him. I'm killing you, brother, because you are the epitome of no internet growth. I don't care how many people, when you go live, watch you, how many donations you get in your super chats. You are the epitome of no internet growth for somebody that had internet rhythm and motion. You sat on this internet, right, and talked about renting a space. You talked about renting a gym, not even buying a gym. It's July. No gym, no space. So you, yes, are the epitome of no internet growth from somebody that has internet motion. So Toby, I definitely agree with your statement right here. Definitely agree with that. Thank you for that statement, man. But this is a lot of these guys on this internet, right? And then there's no difference between these guys and channels that can't get out the mud. Like I said, the channels that can't get out the mud, the only difference is they don't have the resources to play for the front. That's the only difference. A lot of guys are paying for their their illusion. All right, we're gonna close out of the Twitter. I'm gonna come over here to my Instagram channel. Do 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 do. You know, me personally, I just love coming on here, glowing, glowing, because the motion is so much bigger than the internet now. Without the internet, and the more that I come on the internet with growth, it just kills the internet, man. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. You heard? Catch it, please, like a wide receiver. Let's go over here. Undercover. I should have titled this "Undercover Boss" today. Bang. That was my girl Sherry Red. Great interview. I talked about this yesterday. The shade. This is the week wrap up. So look, we'll talk about this, right? WCS posted this yesterday, right? Tobe, just hold this thought. I'm gonna get to that, Tobe. I'll get to your comment. These are my guys right here, the Mason Mob, man. The Mason Mob, man. You know, I had the privilege of working with these guys, man. All brothers, man. These are all brothers right here, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, man. And that's their father right here. Very solid group of guys, man. I met them personally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the rest is history. But solid group of brothers, man. And when I met them, right, it took me back to breaking bread with the Russell brothers. Breaking bread with the Russell brothers. But this right here, right, is fire. Man, that right there, because we're recapping what's trending on the internet. That was a hot topic right there. That some people talked about, others tried to overlook. Now, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I'm here today, so I want to pull it up. Keyshawn Davis did throw a lot of shade at Abdul as well. Said he's fighting 126 pounders. Will that fight matriculate? I doubt it because, like I said, they are fast tracking Keyshawn for a WBO shot. But man, that was a powerful statement made by Cashflow Diaz. All right, let me get to my guy's comment right here. He said, Blue even donates super chats to himself. They should call him Mr. 30% because that's what he donates to you. Bro, he's pathetic, man. Dude is pathetic, man. And when you point out a lot of the bullshit that he does, you know what he does? He sends people to report your channel. He does, like, yo, dude to me, he's what's wrong with a lot of these internet dudes, right? Because people on the internet look at him, right? And then they sleep on people that's actually growing. Because they base their shit off an illusion. But just like I just said, like, yo, dude said he's making $100K a month. Right? This is what he says, right? This is what he said. He makes $100K a month off of YouTube, which is 1.2 million. But yet, he still has yet to rent a space. He still has yet to open the gym that he talked about doing. Like, come on, man. And they don't hold him accountable, right? Now, I, on the other hand, right, you guys don't want to fuck with me because of the shit that I talk about, I do. Go figure, man. Go figure. He said Andy Cruz, correct, calls Keyshawn his oldest son. Man, he doesn't want to fight that guy, man. I don't think he's comfortable with that fight. You know, that dude beat him all the time in the amateurs. You know? That's like, you know what that fight is like, Toe? I don't have this, but I'm gonna write it down on my notes. That fight is like Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe. Remember, Lennox Lewis never could beat Riddick Bowe in the amateurs, and he did not want to fight him. You remember that? Do you remember that, Toe? If you're still in here, Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe, man, another one. You know, he did not want to face Riddick. He did not want to face Riddick. You remember that? I'm getting close to my hour mark. Any fighters looking for representation? Because you guys, like my man Joe Dini told me today, or yesterday, Joe Dini said, man, everybody's watching you. So fighters, please, by all means, man. Like I said, you don't have to be the creme de la creme, man. If you are willing to be an opponent and get down on some cards, please reach out. Serious inquiries only, though, man. Because I am expanding now, man. I'm willing to work with, I know a lot of times guys feel some type of way, right? Because of, my connection. This was a good one. Oh, let me stop this. I'm gonna play this back. Hold on. Man, he said that he had to work on it. Yo, Top Rank is hilarious, right? I'm gonna talk about those last two videos. Y'all didn't even catch that what Top Rank did, right? Top Rank, I think they did that on purpose, right? This video right here I'm gonna speak on. That was the last former Texas champion, welterweight champion, Donald Curry. They showed him getting flatlined, like Earl Spence, right? Yo, I pick up on the source quick, man. Quick. But I just found that funny as hell, man. That was the last great Texas champion, welterweight champion. But I like what Roy Jones said about Devin Haney. He has no power. He has to work on his power. Do you think that Dev and Bill will link with Roy again? They did used to work when he was 16. Did you hear Roy state that? I think that'd be a good fit, right? Because Bill moves around, trainer to trainer. But a lot of people don't like Roy as a trainer, man. They don't like Roy as a trainer. Damn, he off. Man, that guy's a dog right there, man. That guy right there is a dog. I think that fight right there, they called it a draw. But I think that fight right there won Jahad Tucker a lot more fans because it definitely did in that arena that night. But that's the fight where Timothy Bradley said he was going to Top Rank was going to cut him. Not only did they not cut him, they offered us the fight, the Oshaki Foster fight card that same night. But that fight right there, he fought a war against a much bigger, stronger guy, right? Who came down to junior middleweight, who was a middleweight. But see, God works in mysterious ways because it was that fight and that performance that let us know that Jihad could be a middleweight. When you could fight the top five middleweight, right? Because Francisco Varone was the top five middleweight. Jihad Tuck at the time was 20 years old. And he did that with him. That let us know all we needed to know. No, that was Francisco Varone. The Nicholas Flays fight, I think Nicholas Flays has won back down to welterweight. He's been winning too, stopping guys. He's on the pro box circuit. He was trying, well, they was trying to, but Tiafimo just trumped him out. I heard Nicholas Flays was trying to get in the mix to get a title shot out welterweight, but they kind of trickled him out. He said, "Hope Joe Dini is getting better. Should I tell him the UK?" Yeah, he was Joe's around. His hand is still wrapped up. He's gonna be out of commission for a long time, but he's still around. He just can't do the mitts. He could just sit around. That's all he does now. He just sits around. Joe Dini was in this video right here. Listen, you're gonna hear Joe. Joe was in that video with Broadway. You hear Joe in the background laughing when Broadway was listening to me about the body. Joe just can't, he can't move around like that anymore. I think he gets the cast and all that shit off next week. This week coming up, because the week is over. But yeah, he's out of commission for a while, man. Unfortunately. But he'll be all right. He's a survivor. He'll bounce back. He's just lucky to be here, man. If you've seen the pictures, like, man, he could have died. Bad cut, man. But that's, God always has his arm around his protected ones. So Joe is still here with us. You know? Yes, Nicholas Flays. He fights on the pro box. They was trying to get him in line for a welterweight title shot. But I don't know now because Tiafimo kind of trumped him. Look, Tiafimo does that to people, man. He does that to people, man. Man. He does that to people. But this was probably the most proud fight right here, man. It was a different type of energy. That's me right there, man. I still got it, man. Look. Come on, man. That's rhythm right there. Rhythm and timing. That is rhythm and timing. That is young Amani. That was last night in the gym as well. Working the up-down technique. He just got to apply that in the ring more. He's one of the best looking guys. Yes, did you read the caption right there? Look. Shout out to my boy down there in North Carolina. He reposted that. And I told him, I said, y'all keep my razors sharp. Cause that's what I call these razors right here, right? Because I can slice and dice your face up like a razor with these, man. Come and find out, man. I can slice and dice a face up. I said I like to keep my razors sharp. But shout out to my boy NC for reposting that, right? Now, a lot of you other fake boxing fans, y'all be scared to repost shit like this. Whenever I come out my bag and I can perform a lot of things that you guys admire and talk about, when I post these type of things, not only do you guys hide, you guys do this. Especially you internet guys, you guys do this. You want to turn away. But shit, you can't hide no more. Can't hide no more. Not bad for a media guy, YouTube. Look at Zeus. Man, Zeus got some good size on him now already. Yes, here we come. Barrington Levy. A young Barrington Levy right there. With the Kango on the afro. But here we come, man. Here we come. I liked this gym right here. Mm. I want to share this right here. This is this is why I love the internet because there's so many people on the internet. Mm. Yeah, that's the internet, man. That's why I love the internet. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm gonna let this rock, right? I'm gonna let this rock. This is my boy right here. I grew up with him. He got balls. I'm gonna let this play out, right? But before I let that play out, cause I'm about to wrap it up. I went over my hour. The last two videos, the jealousy video. That's why I love the internet, because see, the internet is dudes on the internet. They can't hide their jealousy. They can't hide it, man. That's why you always hear me say you can't hide no more, right? And the shit that Tyler Perry dropped on that, right? The moment you exceed, you see the internet, right? For people that's real steppers, emotion movers, emotion makers, use the internet, man. Because one thing about the internet will bring the people that you need to you, and it will expose the people that you need to get away from. I'm gonna say that one more time so you can catch that source. The internet will bring the people that you need to you, and it will also expose the ones that you need to get away from. And the reason it does is because just look about what Tyler Perry said, right? The people that place you in a box, the moment you start to ascend, right? These people cannot hide anymore, right? They are poison, like he said, to your wings. I'm gonna use his words because you accept his words better, right? They are poison to your wings. And what do I say? They're poison to your emotion, right? They're dead stinking in the ocean. They are anchors on your boat, right? The moment you exceed and do things that they never imagined you to do, they can't hide no more, man. Get away from them. You know how you come around them? Come around them on this internet and show them like, yo, what you got going on? You never stop nothing. When you coming outside, you coming outside? You coming around? They can't come around. But I want to highlight my boy. And before I highlight him, rest in peace to Chad, what's the name? Black Panther. He said it best, man. Regardless of how people treat you or accept you, when God has something for you, it's always going to be for you. As long as you stay on the path of righteousness and honor. But if you sell your soul, you might as well give it up. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But if you stay on the path of righteous and honor, what God has for you is always going to be for you. It don't matter who they throw in the way, who tries to undermine, who tries to sabotage. You will always zoom around them. Zoom around them. But I want to play my boy right here. Listen to his bars, man. This is my guy. We grew up together. R.J. Payne. Listen to these bars, though, man. Listen to these bars. He won. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, mm. So I'm the coach. Ooh. Sharif Rule. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, did y'all catch that ball? He said he's establishing and making big moves. He's whipping niggas' asses and taking your bitch like Rick Root. Oh my God. You see T-Pain lost it. Yeah, you see T-Pain lost it, man. He said hot shit in the car, that's Cheetos. Man, shout out to RJ Payne, man. My boy Rob, man. Payne. Bars. Bars, man. Yo, boss. Listen, I'm gonna get up out of here because I gotta mail something off at the post office. Um, it's big motion over here though, man. Hopefully, y'all are digging the new setup. You know, oh look, I did bring in something to show y'all. I do have a functioning, look, another one. I brought it in just specifically to show. Now you don't get these, you don't get the you do not get this. I'm not giving away my headset. This is a good headset here. But I am donating this to somebody that hits me up behind the scenes. Look, this is the other one I showed. The other look, this one comes with a box. The other one I didn't have the box, but I have a box for this one. A podcaster who sits on the internet. If you are interested, look, this is in a box. It's a little soundboard. I will donate it. Just reach out to me. It works too. I brought it down here to make sure it works. This one works. It's in a box. Hit me up over here, there. Hit me up. You can get that. I'll donate that to you. You know, free of charge, because I'm not using those no more. You know, I'm not using those, man. He said, later, Shah. It's been great live. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, good brother. You know, that's all that matters. If you see the growth, you see the growth, man. But yeah, we are wrapping this up. I'm going to run to the post office, right? Mail something off. And, you know, tomorrow, I came in here for a reason because, like I said, the next 2 days I'm booked. You know, so I definitely won't be able to give you one of these. But I wanted to. But this, look, I did good this week. I gave you 4 of the new look sauce. 4 of these, man. 4 of these sit downs. Great equipment look, right? You dudes on this internet that do this, that don't give it up to this, you guys are Tyler Perry status, man. You guys are exposed to me now, man. If you're on the internet and you're sitting around in your room or broadcasting, wherever you broadcast at, and you watch my content and you don't like it, you don't share it, you don't talk about it, you're exposed. You are Tyler Perry, what Tyler Perry said. You can't hide no more. You've been jealous, you're upset, because not only have I ascended media-wise, I am ascending now as an agent, as a manager, as a move maker, and you still have yet to get it in gear as a podcaster. As a podcaster, somebody that just sits around on the internet. And now you see the many level changes that I have done, right? That I have come on the internet and done right before your eyes. And you can't accept it. But it's expected. Like I said, when When you have a crib in the bucket mentality, that is how you carry it. But once again, anybody interested, reach out to me via Instagram, Twitter, like that. You can get this. Look, it comes, look, it's fully stocked. It's fully stocked, man. Brand new in the box. I have no use for it. The ones, listen, I put it in play, right? I made dudes jump out the window and follow the lead. So now they know that I'm an influencer, right? You know I'm an influencer. But yes, we are going to wrap this up, man. I appreciate the 3 that was over here. I appreciate the 1 that's over there, man. Just smash the like button. This is the new improved source. Look, you do have options. You do have options. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz, man. Oh yeah, aka 7-Eleven promotions. But listen, I gotta be honest, man. I gotta upgrade from 7-Eleven, man. It's Shanewz Boxing. Professional boxing views as seen all over the game. It's no longer 7-Eleven promotions. If you got skills, we've been getting deals. But if you want to fight and you are willing to get right, maybe I can get you on a fight card tonight. Well, not literally tonight, but I can get you on a fight card. Reach out to me, man. We got to cross the T's and dot the I's, and then we can make it happen. But hey, what do I know? And oh yeah, for those of y'all that like a nice rum shaker, here you go. Yes. Wonderful show. Wonderful show, man. Appreciate everybody that was fucking with us. The consistency. Listen, the consistency is here now. The professionalism is here now. The growth shows now. And my saying, you do have options. It's not about the views, but it's about the growth in the views. Got him. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy. Yeehaw, man. Everybody enjoy y'all Friday. Wrapping it up, another great episode in the books. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do we know? What do we do? What do we been doing? Really doing? You know, you do have options. God.